Christabel by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. In this video, we shall do the summary of the poem Christabel. The poem begins in the middle of the night in April. The female mastiff of the rich baron, Sir Leoline, howls at the sound of the clock striking 12. The unnamed speaker of the poem predicts that the dog is howling because she somehow sees the shroud of Christabel, the Baron's only daughter in the woods. On the previous night, Christabel dreamed about the night she is supposed to marry. She has gone to the woods on this night to pray for him. While she is praying at an oak tree, Christabel suddenly springs up because she hears a moaning noise, but she can't tell from where or from whom the noise comes. Christabel realizes that the noise comes from a strange woman who is on the other side of the oak tree. The beautiful woman is a damsel bride and is dressed in a white robe. Christabel asks the woman who she is, and the woman asks Christabel to have pity on her because she is nearly too weary to speak. The woman extends her hand to Christabel and asks her to have no fear. The woman says that her name is Geraldine and that she is the daughter of a noble man. Geraldine says that on the previous morning, 5 warriors kidnapped her and tied her to a white palfrey. The 5 warriors, none of whom Geraldine recognized, rode behind the palfrey on white horses. After one night passed, one of the warriors untied Geraldine from the palfrey, muttered something to the other warriors, and then placed Geraldine underneath the oak by which Christabel was praying. Geraldine says that she has no idea how long she has been by the oak, since she is extremely weary and scarcely alive. Geraldine says that the warrior who untied her said that he and the other warriors would soon return to the oak. The castle bell striking the castle bells striking of the midnight hour led Geraldine to fear that the warriors would come soon to retrieve her. Geraldine asks Christabel to protect her from the warriors. Christabel takes Geraldine's hand and comforts the weary woman by telling her that Sir Leoline will provide Geraldine with the necessary means to help her return safely to her father's home. When Christabel and Geraldine reach Christabel's home, Christabel asks Geraldine to sleep in Christabel's room for the night so as to not awaken the sleeping household. Christabel especially does not wish to disturb her father, since he is very ill. When the two women cross the castle's moat and Christabel opens her home's iron gate, Geraldine falls as if in great pain. Christabel picks Geraldine up and carries her over the gate's threshold. Once they are over the threshold, Geraldine rises and moves as if she is no longer in pain. When the two women cross the hall's court, Christabel praises the Virgin Mary for rescuing Geraldine from danger. Geraldine says that she is too weary to speak and share Christabel's praises. After the two women cross the court, they pass by Sir Leoline's female mastiff. The sleeping dog does not wake up, but she does angrily moan in her sleep as Christabel and Geraldine pass by. The poem speaker notes that the mastiff has never previously made any angry noises while in the presence of Christabel. When Geraldine passes by the fireplace, a flame arises amongst the dying brands and white ashes. Christabel once again asks Geraldine to walk as softly and quietly as possible, especially as they pass by the Baron's room before getting to Christabel's room. The two women finally enter Christabel's bedroom. The poem's speaker describes Christabel's room as furnished with strange and sweet carved figures, such as a lamp fastened to an angel's feet. Although the room is dimly lit by the moon, the carved furniture can be clearly seen. When Christabel brightens the lamp, Geraldine sinks to the floor. Christabel tells Geraldine to drink a cordial wine that Christabel's mother made from wild flowers and which contains virtuous powers. Geraldine then asks if she would be pitied by Christabel's mother. Christabel says that her mother died at Christabel's birth. Christabel says that according to the friar, her mother said on her deathbed that she would hear the castle bell strike 12 o'clock on Christabel's wedding day. Christabel exclaims how she wishes that her mother were here now. Geraldine echoes that she wishes that Christabel's mother were here as well. An unsettling look then appears in Geraldine's eyes, and Geraldine cries in strange, hollow voice for Christabel's mother to leave because this hour belongs to Geraldine. Christabel kneels by Geraldine's side and looks up to heaven and claims that Geraldine's kidnapping must be the cause of this strange behavior. Geraldine then wipes her brow and faintly states that the strange spell that came over her has now passed. Geraldine drinks the wine, her eyes begin to brightly glitter, and she rises from the floor and stands upright. Geraldine says that the gods and angels love Christabel, and for the sake of this love and because of the way that Christabel has taken care of her, Geraldine will try as best as she can to repay Christabel. Geraldine then says that she has to pray and that Christabel can go ahead and get undressed. Christabel undresses herself and lies down to sleep. Yet Christabel is so worried about Geraldine that she cannot sleep and instead sits up in bed and watches Geraldine praying. While praying, Geraldine suddenly shudders and undoes the belt around her waist, causing half of her body to be exposed. At first, Geraldine does not move or say anything when her dress falls. Then she opens her eyes and sees Christabel looking at her. Geraldine hurriedly and shamefully lies down in the bed next to Christabel and takes Christabel in her arms. Geraldine says that a spell is working in her and that this spell is in control of Christabel. Geraldine says that Christabel still has the power to fight against the spell because of her attempt to save Geraldine. The conclusion to part 1. This is an aside by the poem's speaker on the beauty of Christabel in prayer. The speaker remarks on how beautiful Christabel looked when she was praying by the oak tree in the woods, and how she looks just as beautiful as she prays in her sleep tonight. He also notes that Christabel is once again fearfully dreaming tonight. The speaker also observes how calmly Geraldine sleeps as she holds Christabel in her arms. Christabel eventually awakens from her dreaming trance, and her body and face appear to relax, and she begins to smile and cry at the same time. The speaker assumes that Christabel must have had a good dream or a vision sweet. This is the end of the conclusion part 1.